Matching hundreds. I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by Matt Ryan, NFL MVP back in 2016, and now in his 12th year in the league.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the
fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And here's the offense now, Charles. Who's the guy you chose to highlight?
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return, never good for the opposition.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to sling this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw, Winston. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Winston. Steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Winston, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
Mike Evans is exactly what you're looking for in a receiver in today's NFL. Big, quick, can flat-out run, but makes great adjustments when the ball is in the air. Ranked number 3 last year in receiving yards, 1,000 yards receiving every year he's been in the league.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Completion left side to Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 11 yards there, first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs treat under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd and goal, Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Partner, are they going to cover him? That's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at him. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Ryan, he's got some. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From just shy of midfield, Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Here's Ryan to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Ryan. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until a defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Tavecchio to add the PAT. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 58 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, Winston. They'll roll, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Santos with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Ryan. He's going to air one out. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. Jameis to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And an alley to run. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the... Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Cam Newton has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On second down, Winston again. Being chased out left. And Winston lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gets fielded in the end zone. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
We got this.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston now. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to float this one. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. To throw is Winston. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, 41 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are all tied at 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go again.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass in the ballgame as they have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to top. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's our ball. Our ball.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, 75 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Here's Ryan. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd and 10, Winston buying time to his left. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Winston. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver. 3rd down here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Santos with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken short. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We had a high-scoring first half, and that really has continued here into the second half. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Pick it up.
Here's Winston. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Watch twist.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Now he's going to go deep down the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
That one goes for 24 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. On second down. It's Freeman, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. Evans has it left side. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Winston here to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Steps away to his left. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it was the Jets coming away victorious there. Sam Darnold, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Ryan to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by M.J. Stewart, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. You have an injury from the last game. See how long they'll be out.